everyone, this is Matt Upsicardu for Karatedepot.com, and now I'd like to show you how to size your headgear for sparring equipment. Now when it comes to sizing, it's actually a very easy process. I think you'll be happy to hear. The only thing you really need is a tape measure or a string and access to our online charts, which you already have. So our first guest, Alyssa, here is going to pop up, and you'll notice that the regular type of tape measure doesn't work so well. You need one with a little more flexibility, okay? And we're going to be using that first. Very easy. What you want to do is go around the crown of the head here, match up the point of where they intersect, just like this. Mark off where that attaches to itself and let it go. And now this number right here is going to be what you use when comparing it to our chart. So just as an example, our number here is 21, and 21 is a good matchup for medium. Next guest, same process. Come on over here. Good. So let's see if we get a different result. I don't know. We're going to come all the way around, match it up again right at the crown, take our number. This is a 22. So we are in the same ballpark. You'll notice each one has a little bit of a range. And since sparring equipment is generally foam dipped but always flexible, you have a little bit of give and take when you're using your numbers. So if you're right on the edge, try to guess a little high rather than a little low, especially if you're working on children's headgear. They're going to want to grow on you. So make sure you go a little large rather than a little small because it's going to be tight around the chin. Now let's say you don't happen to have a flexible tape measure on hand. Maybe you just have one of those metal ones or a ruler, something that's not really going to get the job done. There is an alternative for you. What you can do is get a traditional string of any variety. I like to use a shoestring because it's nice and thick and you can get a good measure off of it. And you can do that same process. Go all the way around, get your measurement, and keep your finger on it. Now this length right here, you can use up next to a standard ruler, a metal tape measure, anything of that variety, and you can get a nice good number out of that. So when you've measured and you've ordered and everything is all ready to go, what you want to do is slide the headgear on, and I'll show you what that looks like. Very simple process. Open it up, play with it a little bit, get a little bit of flexibility in there because the plastic and the foam dip might be a little tight. So give it a little loosening up this way. Bang, right on top. Now you'll see the logo is on the front here. Get the chin strap underneath, and you'll notice there's some space under here. It's not too tight, but it's also not too loose. You don't want it too loose because then it'll go sliding off, but if it's too tight, you're going to have difficulty breathing. Now, when it comes to actually purchasing the headgear, you have a few different options. The main accepted option, especially for styles like karate and taekwondo and most tournament circuits, is the foam dip. And the foam dip looks like this. It's soft, but durable, and can take an impact. Now the important thing to remember about headgear of all styles is that it's still possible to get a concussion because of the impact of the strike coming in. Also, if you happen to get hit in the face, you can still get a nose broken, things of that nature. If you're a little worried about the face situation, you can go with something like this. And this is a face mask made of very hard plastic. And this can be attached to any macho headgear. And this is macho specific, but there are a bunch of face masks that you can get that are not brand specific. Very easy to apply, use Velcro right over the front of the face. The final kind is more of an MMA or boxing style. And you'll notice that there's a little bit more going on here under the chin, on the cheek guards here. This is for a little bit more of a direct facial impact. Some of the harder styles prefer it, but it does impede visibility a little bit, so be careful of that.